Coach Tivey, thank you for your time today.
Absolutely. Pleasure to be here.
Hey, Coach, let's get started right off the bat. Chaffey is currently leading the conference for another title, right? At 5-0 in the IEAC, 17-4 overall record, and you're currently riding a 6-game winning streak. Tell me, Coach, what has been the key to the team's success this year?
I think consistency on defense has been. We're still, and we were talking about it today, a lot of the kids still aren't happy with the way they're hitting. I'm not happy with the consistency at the plate, but defensively, we're a pretty solid team. All three pitchers have won games, thrown shutouts. In fact, they're keeping us in games, and they have a lot of faith in their defense, a lot of trust, which is, I think, improving consistently. And then that makes everybody play a little bit better, a little more calm and relaxed.
What must you do? I know you talked about the pitching and the defense. What must you guys do in order to keep that momentum going to finish the year strong?
We got to stay healthy. We've been banged up a little bit. We've had a number of kids miss a game or two here or there, or we've held them out just to give them a little bit of rest. Now it's a good problem to have. I always tell them, because I do have multiple middle infielders, multiple outfielders, 3 catchers. So we're able to rotate some kids, but at the same time, we're getting to that stage now where we kind of need to figure out who are the 9 or 10 we're going to go with. And to be successful, we've got to hit better. So we need to hit with a sense of urgency.
Got it. We are joined here today by Coach Tivey at Chaffey Softball. Coach Tivey is entering his 37th season as coaching, 17 seasons being in basketball, and 32 years as a softball coach. Coach, if I'm correct, this is your first full season at Chaffey. Last year, obviously, with the COVID situation.
But last year, we didn't get to get on the field at all, not until we finally were able to do a summer course in this past summer. But we did work on academics and really focused on doing a lot of Zoom meets, a lot of team building. And in fact, we graduated 6 kids and moved them on. And that's our goal here.
Yeah, you've done a great job over there, kind of overhauling the entire program. 6-15 prior to arriving. And now, as mentioned, leading the IEAC in the conference. Would it be safe to say that you have a fairly young team this season? Seems like you have lots of freshmen at the top that's contributing right away. Tell me about this recruiting class that you do have, and what's been the secret? You know, obviously you've talked about it earlier, but with this class at such an early time, how is it all gelling together?
You're correct. They all are technically freshmen, although we do have some returners that are going to be moving on. I think it's interesting that year missing out on the field certainly costs you in some ways, but it did help us get to know the kids a little better. And when we came back, we weren't strangers like we were starting off. So that's one of the benefits. Also, quite a few of them were with us last year during the academic year. So they are a little bit more mature. They were, very hungry to step on the field. We remind them after a tough loss or a bad call. I said, look, it's a privilege to be out here. Let's focus on the positive.
Absolutely. Well, one of your freshmen, Violet Salazar, who happens to be our IEAC softball athlete of the week, last 2 weeks having thrown 2 complete game wins, 2 earned runs combined, 11 strikeouts, and at the plate as well, 7-13, 2 doubles, a home run, 5 RBIs, no errors on defense. Tell me, where did you find her? Was she kind of a surprise, or did you expect that from her coming in?
Not a surprise. I knew she was a good athlete. We had her last year, and she came from Chino High. So she's played in a pretty good high school program, played some good level travel ball. She's more versatile than I expected. She's just a dynamite middle infielder, has played some outfield for us, has played first base. And of course, in the circle, she really is a tough pitcher to hit. She's working with our pitching coach on her command and confidence in some of the pitches. And we've just been constantly working on things. But I will say that mentally is where I've seen the biggest improvement. She often doubted herself, or, sometimes gets in a rut mentally, and she's progressed so much. She's matured so much. It's a pleasure to see. And now she just has that confidence. I'm sure people don't like playing against her because of that confidence, but we sure love having her.
Hey, Coach, any other players that have been surprising this year?
Well, in a sense, Marissa Marquez, who comes to us from Upland High School, she is just nailing down the shortstop spot, and she's actually returning from a separated shoulder and has had to do some rehab and spend a lot of time trying to get back in shape, strengthen her shoulder, and missed a number of games, missed a lot of potential plate appearances, and she's just been on a tear lately. And she was instrumental in 3 of the 4 double plays we had last week. And she's just so smooth at shortstop, whether it's receiving a throw, making a tag, or just fielding the ball and being smart about where to go with it, especially in situations with runners on base.
Hey, Coach, last question for you. And again, I appreciate your time giving us a couple of minutes here. I know you're in practice right now. Your players are probably starting to scream at you to get back there, so I'll let you go. Last question for you. And this is a simple one. What are the remaining goals for the year?
Our goal is to win conference. We mention it. We don't shy away from it. That's been our goal from the beginning. We believe it's possible. It's still pretty early in conference play, and we've had some really tough games. I tell the kids we've been fortunate in some situations. I know you create a lot of your own luck in this game, but anything can happen. I respect every team in this conference, and these coaches are working hard, and that's good for our conference because there's been a lot of good showings in non-conference games. So I'm excited about it, but we're going to have to play even better.
Coach, thank you for your time. Coach Chaffey Panthers. Good luck for the rest of the season, and check back in with us, and we'll talk again.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Coach.